So, we're Let's Playing Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. Well, before we can get to it, there's a couple of steps we need to get done. First off, we have to plug in the PlayStation 2 into the TV and to the computer so we can play and record the game. And don't forget to plug in the memory card this time. Next, we need to set up the recording corner for myself, with a pillar to put the camera on, the microphone to record my voice, and the timer so we can see how long the episodes are. And then we need to... Oh, no, that's the wrong... Get that out of here! And then we need to fill up Sten with nyponsoppa so I have something to drink while recording. And after that, all we need to do is just start up all the hardware and software and we're ready to go.
Boom! Yay! VikzeLink! Hey! Boom! Oh, a Sucker Punch production. Ho ho! Oh. So first, some intro cutscene thingy-ding. Oh, it's loud. Oh, it's still in Swedish. So it's Cane Island, South Pacific Ocean. Well, yeah, I don't need to. The time still's the same. Numbers are still the same in any language. Lower the volume a little bit for myself. Oh yeah, these elephant mutant creatures. They're like elephants, but they have wings and... This island is filled with mutant creatures. At least those... I remember those and one other. It's really weird. Sly Cooper, the thief. Very different from this compared to the splash screen you get in the second game that we played a couple of years ago. We played Sly 2 a couple of years ago. I think about 2.5 years ago, maybe? So, Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. And they spell honor in... I think it's the British way, right? When you add a U. Like, it's the same for the word collar and a couple of others. So yeah, it's in Swedish right now because I tend to play Sly games in Swedish. I guess we'll have to change that here. Oh yeah, also when checking, I plugged in my PS2 and just checking so that, oh yeah, by the way, beep, so that everything was working. I noticed that you can do a little Sly song, like they put it in here in this menu, so you can do boom, boom, and if you do it fast, which is boom 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 boom, like the main Sly theme. Yeah, so we are doing English so you guys can understand it. I'm fine with Swedish speech and speech and text, and that is so weird because that was odd noise. Because the Sly Cooper franchise, with the exception of the first game, I think I mentioned this when we played this Sly 2. It's so weird because we actually have a Swedish dub for it. And as you saw, many other languages, usually in Europe we get like... Obviously we have English, but we get like the big languages like French and German, Italian, Spanish, and sometimes also Italian and Portuguese. Like those are usually the ones, but here so many of the Nordic countries got their own like dubs of these games, and I've always been a bit curious as to why. Like that would never happen with a Nintendo game. Then again, most Nintendo games don't have voice acting, so but it is, I always prefer to play in Swedish if I play myself, and if there are new Sly games eventually, hopefully, because currently there are only 4. This is the third one, and then there is a 4th one for the PS3, but since then we haven't gotten a single one. It's a bit sad, and I'm hoping for more. So minus the language thing I just covered, I have 4 more things I want to bring up in this video. Really before we get going here, because there's gonna be way too much story. And one of those was that I am excited to let's play. So yeah, hello everyone, welcome to Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. The third Sly Cooper game. We played the first one back at the end of 2016 into the early 2017. And then we played the second one about 2.5 years ago, as I mentioned. And now we're playing the third one to finish up the original trilogy. There is the original trilogy, and then there's a fourth game. And I am excited to play this, but also I feel a little bit like I want to get this out of the way, because the game we're playing after this I'm even more excited for. Yeah, that's your only hint, only little clue. I'm extremely excited for that. Like, I am excited for this game. This is gonna be fun, but I'm even more excited for the next one. So it's a little bit like, oh. And I do think Sly 3 is a great game. I think it's the second best game in the series. I think Sly 2 is the absolute best one, at least story-wise. I think Sly 3 is better gameplay-wise. They had some more time to... because, well, there was a big difference between Sly 1 and Sly 2. Sly 3 and 2 are very, very similar. Like, they used the exact same engine and the gameplay style and everything like that, but they had more time to perfect it here, so the gameplay is better. But I don't think the story is as good in this game as it is in the second game. And then the fourth one it's better than the first one, but it really feels like it. We'll get to that when we eventually play the fourth one. Oh, now I got lost. No, I got a bit lost here. And of course, because I'm doing this long talk at the intro screen here, we'll make this episode a bit longer just to get some progress. Me being more excited about the game itself. I feel like I missed something there. Whatever. I noticed another thing while setting up. So here's the game box for Sly 3. And as I was talking about the languages, it does say here, this is the European version, it says here, like, in different languages, we speak Norwegian, we speak Swedish, we speak Danish, and then we speak Finnish. So you got all these languages, and then on the back, all these little speech bubbles are, like, it's the same thing. So for example, here's Sly in a disguise, might go full screen on this. And then it says in Swedish, there it says listiga förklädnader, which means like crafty costumes or disguises. And then it says the same in Danish, and then in Finnish, and then in Norwegian. And it does so for all these different speech bubbles, except for the really big one that Carmelita is saying here, because then it says in Swedish, it's whatever it is. And then in Finnish, it says the same thing, but in Finnish. And then in Norwegian, it says the same thing in Norwegian. But then, by the Danish flag, here, I noticed, this text is in French. Which means that it's a misprint, where they accidentally put in, on one of the speech bubbles, they put in the French text instead of the Danish text, but they still have the Danish flag next to it. And it can't be only this box, it has to be a couple of these that has the misprinted French text where the Danish is supposed to go. Just a fun little detail I noticed. Okay, so let's not resume game, select, because we need to start up a new game. Oh yeah, also there's 2-player in this game. There is, not for the main story, it's like little 2-player games. Sometime in the future, I might do that, just as I think I mentioned this with Ratchet & Clank 3, which I played last year, that I might get a friend and do a little bit of multiplayer sometime in the future. Same here. We'll have to see. We'll have to see who or what and if and time and whatever. So new game is what we're doing. So oh yeah, I have to say, those percentages there, I don't think they correspond to how far into the game I am. Yeah, especially not this one, because that's in the last chapter. And it's not even at 50%. The thing is, in this game, compared to the earlier games, I think they got rid of the bottles that you collect. Because if you remember, when we played Sly 2, there was a lot of, like, you collect 30 bottles in each world that would unlock a special ability once you got them all. I think they got rid of the bottles in this one, for some reason. Oh, yeah, you start right here.
The gang's assembled and are in position to help you get up to that vault.
Yep.
For the rest of the operation, you are the ball.
Roger, Bentley. I'm starting my approach. Getting over these fortress walls shouldn't be a problem. Look, we're running 5 by 5 here. Make sure everyone's in sync.
I hear that. Artillery, sure you can make that shot?
I endeavor not to miss.
Excellent. Radio control.
In position.
Recovery team. On pump. Submersible. Showtime, baby. Telekinetics. All right, it's the crime of the century and the ball's in motion.
That's the oh, yeah, right. My PS2, I have to, like, every time I play, every time I start up a new play session, I have to, like, go nuts on the control sticks, or one of them will be, like, in a Nintendo Switch mode. Oh, yeah, so... Wait, where did we come from when the cutscenes began? Oh, I'm gonna have to get used to... Wait, is it gone? I thought he snuck up here. Or did he sneak back down again? When we took care of... I remember a statue like this. One of these. So this game basically... It's a cold open. Much more so than the second game. This... We just like... Oh, we're doing some sort of job here. But we're on an island in the Pacific Ocean. And there's a bunch of other characters...
Running off the top of that wrecked truck looks promising.
Yeah, I can't see where we came from in the cutscene in the beginning. Apparently that was only for the cutscene and now it's gone. Or did he... I don't know. And then, yeah, a bunch of characters with...
Hit the circle button to walk on tightrope.
I know, Bentley.
Connecting to the truck might get you over the fortress wall.
I know, Bentley. I'm just trying to talk to my audience here. Whoop. And now, yeah, a bunch of shadowed figures. So we only saw Sly and Bentley, and the rest were just shadows. We don't know what happened to Murray. And, can I walk on this? Yeah, I can walk on this one. Boop, 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 boop. Press X to jump, and then circle to walk on wires. And I since I know the story, I know who all those characters are, but they don't want to tell you too early. Why do they even need a truck like this on this? It seems weird. And so now I do have 2 more things I wanted to bring up. It's kinda dark. That's not one of the things I wanted to bring up. Since there are no collectibles, this is just the tutorial area we're going through now, like the museum was in Sly 2. Oh yeah, we're going over here.
Ancient heartthrob, take up position for a Yank 86. Oh,
I've got a visual.
I didn't really hear what he said there, but... Whee! Backwards! Oh yeah, here's one of those elephant mutants. So...
the ball
Oh.
has stopped rolling. We've got an obstruction.
Yeah, okay. We need to get rid of the platforms. So the helicopter is grabbing the guards and throwing them.
Search skyward. Hold on, Val. Over.
Oh, it's just gone, so... Ooh. Well, if you remember the second game, Bentley was usually the one to control the helicopter, but now there was someone else doing that. As you could hear by the voice.
Prep for timber. Let her rip,
Oh.
old rock. Ball's in
Bob-on.
Nice work. The ball's got a track. Over.
Okay. Well, while we're on this rainy rock, let me just say that overnight, since yesterday, to today, this Saturday, which is the last of August as I'm recording this, the last day of summer, I finally reached over 2,000 subscribers. It's taken me a very long time to get there. Last big sub goal I hit was 1,000, and that was in 2016 after I got the big shout out. And since then, it went up and then it's been going down, and then slowly over these 8.5 years, I've been building up an amount of subscribers again, slowly, and finally I got here after 8.5 years. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, and it's been a lot of new people lately, I don't know if a lot of people actually watch. What does he do? Is he itching his knee? But it's amazing. I am gonna shoot a milk bar video about this, which is probably out before this one is. I'm probably shooting that tomorrow. It just happened a little bit too suddenly. I didn't expect to hit 2,000 overnight. I thought it would take a couple more days, because I've been really close now for a while. But yeah, there will be a milk bar video, which is probably already out if you're watching this. But once again, thank you all so very much. And that's 4 out of all the things. I have 1/5 thing I want to bring up. It's so confusing that the island is so big, but so we had help from 2 of the shadowy people so far. And 3rd? No? Okay, we just go down. Whoop. Here's the 3rd one.
Ball requesting door via Agent Monarch. Over.
Launching. Stand clear.
Whee! Boom. Oh, that had like a
I've got visual confirmation on the door. Nice shooting.
one of these rope. Oh well, that was the part that was up there. Okay. Okay, now we can take an underground tunnel. Use.
Advice, ball is nearing the lab.
Oh.
Agent VikzeLink, you ready?
Spare gun loaded. Okay, electrical things. Whoop. Okay. And whoop. Destroy everything and gather up some coins, which is weird that I'm doing right now, but because of what I know of the plot, but sure. So the last guy is helping us take out, well, not last guy, but this guy is helping us take out the lasers here. So before we move on through, oh, there's a shark. There was a shark back there. Before we move on here, the last thing I want to bring up, that yesterday, oh, there's the shark. When I came home from work, there was a bunch of comments on one of my World of Warcraft Tearsfall Glades videos, and also it kept gaining a lot of views. At the moment it has well over 1,000 views, just one of the random episodes, and most of those comments were just like warning me, like, hey, there is some sort of bot army who are on other like popular channels, and they're saying absolutely horrible things in the comments there, and then somehow they are linking back to that video, because apparently some bot army is trying to get people to be angry at me for no, I'm probably a target just picked at random. So they're saying like hateful things, or I haven't seen any of these comments, it's just what people have told me. They're saying really terrible things and trying to put the blame on me for these things, but pretty much every single comment I got were people like warning me, hey, there's a bot army, and also people just posting like, this is not the guy who's responsible for these comments. So many awesome and kind and loving people out there who just would randomly show up to my channel, a complete stranger they don't know nothing about, and defend me and say like, hey, this is guy who's not responsible. I got one single comment that was like, hey, don't say those things with your alt accounts. And I was like, hey, that's not me. Apparently there's some bot army. And that person immediately was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I see that now. And your channel seems awesome, and a lot of people have been saying, you seem like a really nice guy. Why is your channel not more popular? I wish I knew. Oh. Deploy! Oh, there. There he is. You can actually see the character. Out there in the water, swimming.
Full force field down. Strong work, Team 6.
Yeah.
How's your wife doing, Richards?
Oh.
Oh, very well, Dr. M. Thank you for asking. Very thoughtful.
That
Met
guy's...
your son, what's his name, Mike?
Mark, sir. He's well too, yeah?
I wouldn't expect the elephant mutant to be married. And have a son. Well, there you have him. Dr. M. Who's the guy, not the elephant mutant, the other one. We get to see him now. There he is.
Shame you won't be seeing them again.
Sir?
Afraid I poisoned your drink at lunch. Sorry, Richards, but I don't tolerate poor performance. You should have changed the security code from 1, 2, 3 after you installed the new system.
I'll improve, I swear.
No, you'll die. Any second now.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes? Water leaking into the lab? I'm on my way down. Oh, and get a janitor for the lab elevator. Richards got sloppy.
The Cooper vault is just across these wires. I'm en route to your position for the loot haul. Over.
Oh. That's a lot of lasers that just appeared. So, wait a minute. He said he poisoned his drink at lunch, and he knew he would die now at nighttime. It's at 1:15 at night. So it's probably even a little bit later now. He's very smart. Okay, so Dr. M is the big villain. You get to see him immediately. There's no plot twist villain as there was in the last game. It's just immediately Dr. M. It's a mandrill. He's the big villain of this game, and he's quite nasty. Whoop! Can I get up? May I get up? Oh, yep. I didn't need to get up, did I? No, I didn't. But yeah, once again, and that also probably part of why I got over 2,000 subscribers, because a lot of people came in to defend me because of that bot attack. Hopefully nothing bad will come of it, because a lot of people have been warning me and said, yeah, those guys responsible for the bot army thing, they are really bad. And yeah, I have no... What? No intruder alert. Nope. How? There was no light right there when I... That's not fair. That's not fair at all. That's dumb. Whatever. I guess we'll just go... it was probably meant to happen that way. Oh yeah, so they give you the code. Okay, power down the turrets. 1, 2, 3. So the turrets are down, and the drills and lasers and stuff. And puts the cane into the cane slot, which unlocks the mysterious vault. Whoop! Nope. Blasted shut.
You must be Sly Cooper, the new keeper of the cane. Oh, how I long for this.
This vault belongs to the Cooper family. You're trespassing.
No, my naive boy, you're trespassing. I've got the deed to this island. This fortress is mine. Everything here is mine, which now includes the key to the vault.
Oh.
Hand over that cane.
Hi, Bentley.
Sorry, pal. Family heirloom. Buy a knockoff at the gift shop.
No! Nice.
Let's regroup with the others. Follow me.
Alright, okay, let's go. Okay, so we have the big villain shooting at us. So it would seem like...
You're weak, Sly. I expected more.
I'm weak, you expected more. I don't think I'm supposed to do this, I just felt like... Oh, that was too... Okay. Pathetic. No. So yeah, Bentley's in a wheelchair now. Oh. Ee! Ooh! Ooh ee! Oh, down through the elevator shaft. Okay. How can he follow us so quickly? Oh yeah, it's different in here now. Oh yeah, he did say the lab was flooding. Well, I guess after that other character, I was about to say the name, spoil it. Shut it open. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, so if you remember the end of Sly 2...
We're almost home free.
I don't remember if I mentioned it at the end of Sly 2.
Just up ahead.
But Bentley's legs got... Oh! Oh! This thing.
There's no escape, Cooper.
Oh, and he's controlling it. I forgot about that part. That's the other big mutant thing I was talking about. But it's apparently a machine that he controls. Oh, and it has a health meter like a boss. Before we go up against it, though... he's holding Bentley. Yeah, I don't remember if I mentioned it at all. About... at the end of Sly 2, but his legs got injured because Clockwerk's beak clamped down on them. And Murray had to bend them open and rescue him, but his legs were too injured, so now he's in a wheelchair. And I really dislike that, because Bentley is probably my favorite character from Sly 2 to play as. Even though he's not... It's more fun to run around as Sly, but I just really liked Bentley. And here, they put him in a wheelchair, which is like, okay, that's alright. But they give him a stupid bicycle helmet. Instead of his cool, like, safari hat that he was wearing before, he's now wearing a stupid bicycle helmet while in a wheelchair. He doesn't need a bicycle helmet for that. It just... No, bad design choice. But I am gonna end the first episode of this Let's Play series here. Oh yeah, that's the thing I was gonna say. This game is shorter than Sly 2, so it's probably not gonna be as long. We'll get more into that next time. Questions. Well, we're playing a game with Thieves. Have you ever been robbed or like have someone stolen things from you? For me, yep. When me and my family once we were in Greece on vacation for 2 weeks, while we were at the beach, someone broke into our hotel room and stole specifically our electronics. So all of our phones and the chargers, our video camera, and my DS with Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Ruby in it. I've since gotten a new Pokemon Diamond, but I never got a new Pokemon Ruby. I have Sapphire, so I had both of them. It's just, yeah, those got stolen and they were lost. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!
Boom, yay! Every song, hey! Boom, boom, yay! Watch some videos, hey! Boom.